Artists across genres stay hustling. From running restaurants to capitalizing on their passions, these musical MVPs are not only making more dough, but turning into full-fledged entrepreneurs. Come along with Tidal and me, Adele, as I discover your faves side hustle. So we're in Atlanta at American Cut Steakhouse with Jeezy, and you are an investor in this spot.
Correct.
How did you even get this opportunity?
Just sitting down at the table with the right people, and the opportunity was brought to me I think right before they started building it, and they kind of gave me the landscape and told me what it was going to be, what the setup was, high-end steakhouse. That's something I wanted to get involved with, so I just jumped on the opportunity. It's really made sense. The restaurant business is tough, but when you got something that the city doesn't have, because it's kind of make you feel like, it gives you a New York feel, a LA feel. It doesn't really feel like an Atlanta restaurant. Mm-hmm. That's what I like about it. And it's in the new Buckhead, so it's like there's other things around that add to it.
In terms of real estate, you're very big on that. How did you even get involved with investing in real estate?
To me, real estate was a no-brainer because I was always taught that you let your money work for you, so you don't have to work as hard, and your money is no good just sitting in an account or under your mattress, for that matter. So for me, it's just like that's my thing. I like to stay productive, so anything that I can get into that I can possibly flip or see some type of profit off of it, or just hold some type of equity into it, I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the way I was brought up. So real estate was really a no-brainer, because taking money that you wouldn't, you shouldn't go spend on some things you don't need and put it into something that can possibly appreciate in value. A lot of my properties have, tripled, quadrupled over the last few years, so I definitely see the benefit.
How do you identify properties worth investing in? Like, how do you explain that to someone who has no, real estate savvy?
It's just the areas, you know what I'm saying? And the good thing about Atlanta that's really dope is it's constant building. Like I can go out of town for 3 months and come back and they got 5 new buildings up. They're just finding spots that make sense as far as buildings they already have there, or buildings they're building, or shops that they're building around, or companies that they're putting like right up by my other shop. I think that's where Amazon is going to be at. They're about to build a Nobu restaurant and a tower there with the whole office and all that. So all that helps. You know what I mean? So I deal with a lot of politicians, a lot of businessmen. When I sit around, these things they talk about. So I kind of get an in on it before it happens. It's like, and by the way, I have good people around that give me good information. So it's like I haven't had really bad experiences with real estate.
Mm-hmm. What's the biggest profit you ever made off of a property?
I don't want to say on camera, but I've done very well.
Gotcha. And it's not just restaurants, but you have like a studio, right? You have a studio in Atlanta. Right. You have houses.
A studio compound. Mm-hmm. You want to be able to get as much work done as you possibly can while you're there. And if you got to, pull 22, 28-hour days, that's what you got to do to get a project done, to get things done. So I just wanted to specialize in, a boutique-style studio that had everything you need, so that alleviates you having to move around town, deal with traffic, deal with all these things that's going to put you behind on schedule.
Now, in terms of the other businesses that you have, you're also a partner in Defiance Water, which we have right in front of us. How do you know when to, be an active investor versus just attaching your name to something?
I got to believe in the brand. Like with Defiance Fuel, I've been very healthy on, just the lifestyle I've been living, which also goes along with getting a lot done business-wise, because you have to be healthy to do that, because you don't have to pull a lot of hours. But just tasting it and being part of the movement, I just really want to be involved with it because I knew what it was going into it. And currently now we just been after like different baseball teams, NFL teams. We just currently got the St. Louis Cardinals, so shout out to them. So when you look at the St. Louis Cardinals dugout, this is the water that the team drinks.
What does it mean when you're an investor? Does that mean you're involved in the marketing campaigns? Does that mean you help brainstorm the way that it's packaged? Like what specific things do you get involved with?
Definitely marketing when it comes to my part, as far as what I mean to my culture, how I can translate that to them. You know what I'm saying? Because people try to sell them stuff every day, but if they see the results and they know you, and they see throughout your career the different things you did to change up to better yourself, then some of these products that you're actually pushing are real products and not just something you're doing to make money. Because it's a lifestyle thing, so people see you living your life and doing certain things. If they into what you do, you know, they'll follow that.
So, you know, like when it comes to hip hop, spirits business is
Right.
a booming business,
Right.
right? I mean, you're very good friends with Diddy and Jay, and they
Right.
both have their separate things.
Right.
So what have you kind of learned from them and just watching them handle their businesses?
I mean, they do it two different ways. Jay is more of a mystique, you know what I'm saying? Diddy's more of a lifestyle. So I would consider myself in between the two because I learned from both of them, you know, just watching how they move. And it's nothing that they tell me, it's just things that I see.
I mean, you've been hustling since you were 13, 14 years
Right.
old in the streets. Like, when you think about the businesses you were doing back then as a
Right.
younger kid to survive,
Right.
like what were some of the tools or the rules that you kind of set for yourself in terms of all the businesses that you've kind of got involved in now?
But one thing I pride myself on from being in the streets is I learned through a lot of trial and trail. So I understand what it is to take a loss, but then to come back stronger. And a lot of times people are scared to try because they're scared they might lose. So I learned that early on. But I also learned early on, no matter how much you get, you gotta hustle like you broke. You know what I mean? Because that's my thing. You know, I don't sit back and count and look at what I accumulated. I always try to look for the next move or the next big thing because that's what keeps me going. So music is my talent, if you will, but like hustling is my passion. It's good to make money, but it's even better to save it. You know what I'm saying? You can make all.
Say louder for the people in the back.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's good to make money, but it's better to save it. You know what I'm saying?
In a recent interview, you said that the streets has become the rap game has become the new streets,
Right.
and it's becoming cooler to be more of a mogul versus someone who is constantly like, you know, drug dealing or whatever the case may be to survive. When you look at some of the kids that may be watching your business moves, who may have, you know, the capacity to really thrive in their businesses, or whether it's the passion, the integrity, the drive, but don't really know where to seek out opportunities, what's your advice for those kids? Like, how do they even get started on building their own empire at a young age?
I believe the best thing you can possibly do is never stop working on yourself and educating yourself on things that you're interested in, because that's when you have the knowledge and then you align yourself with the people that have the knowledge as well, it's so easy to get things done versus like looking at the world like they owe you something and you should have it just because it's you.
Are there any other ventures that you want to expand to your empire or your business portfolio that you have?
Absolutely. Been doing a lot of reading and acting lately. In LA for the top of the year, for like the first 4 or 5 months, doing a lot of reading.
For like movie roles, TV roles?
Yeah.
All of it?
All of it.
All of it.
I'm into that.
Where did that come from?
Like you've been in front of the camera, and it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to write it's not like writing the lyrics and then you have to go do the video, do the studio. Like that's what I do, but you know this is a little more fun because you take somebody else's words and something they created and you try to see if you can bring it to life. So it's like a challenge. Like I like to be challenged. I don't like to do nothing that I got cornered. Like it's boring, you know. Just doing the same thing over and being repetitive about it. So I just like to put myself in positions where I can, learn. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, challenge myself.
Well, here's to getting you on the big screen in 2018.
For sure. Yeah, I think I'll be all right.
Thank you so much for your time today.
For sure.
Really
Thank
appreciate it.
All good.